So I thoroughly love being a dad. I mean, it's one of the greatest experiences I've ever had. It's one of the toughest experiences I've ever had. And in fact, I still feel a little warm and fuzzy when I hear that name called Dad. So my first instructor in this parenting was my firstborn, and he turned 5 when the movie Lion King came out. And I couldn't wait to take him to it, and let me tell you, it blew our minds. And what a powerful movie, what a powerful film that was. In fact, my chest swelled with some of the parallelism to the Christian faith, and that part when Simba is out there living a life that he has escaped. He is heir to the throne. He is the king of the bride. He had been convinced by his uncle that he was something other than who he was. But as Father's voice came through from the heavens with this simple reminder, remember who you are. That's what he left him with. Remember who you are. And I took great pride sitting there with my own little Simba, little Kevin. And throughout the course of my many lectures to him, as he would grow up, I would say to him, remember who you are. And I, as your shepherd, come to you to remind you that you are a royal priesthood. You are a mighty people. You are not a church, you are the church. As your shepherd, I want to caution you out of great love of some things where churches make the common mistake of going wrong. So, I don't know if this sermon will be in your top 5, but it's on my heart so heavy. I've got to share. Nothing fancy. I'm sorry, I'll try fancy next week. But let me be real and straight up with you. The church that forgets is always on the slope to disaster. Forget what? Number one, somewhere through the years, we have considered ourselves consumers of religion and not disciples of Jesus Christ. And there's a difference. We shop for churches the way somebody would shop for a health club. It's their child care. And I'm not saying these things aren't important, but how good is the choir? And I just don't think in that first century church that was what they were looking for. They looked for straight up salvation.
Yes, yes.
Can I get baptized? And can I unpack this heavy call that God has placed on my life? The church has to be the place where call goes forth, where your calling goes forth, and not in a way. If you think the church has to bend to your call, that's not really call, that's ego. You need to make sure you know the difference. The church is not here to help you get rich and famous. Church is not here to help you launch your career. I remember a doctor coming to join one of my congregations, and I was so excited. And when I sat down to have her sign up, and she says, I just want to be active, Rev. That's what I want. I want to be active. You know, I don't want to sit around. I said, yes, ma'am. So I'll put your information down here. do you have a medical ministry? I said, no, man, we don't have a medical ministry. And but if you have that gift, that would be awesome. Yes, I would love. I can do health ministries. I'm an internist, and I can set up a clinic and do these kinds of things. That's what I'm gifted for. That's what I'm called for. And that's amazing. And thank you. Let's say her first name was Susan. Thank you, Susan. Oh no, I'm Dr. Jones. Oh. Okay, Dr. Jones. And yes, and I expect everybody else to call me that. Oh. So when can I set things up and get going? It'll be a nominal fee, this, that, and the other. I said, oh, okay. Well, I've never done this before, and I've never done it since. But I utilized my right, and I rejected her membership. And I said, this is not the church for you. I cannot be your career specialist here. And I mean, she was livid, and I called the pastor from the church. She came, and she said, listen, we had the same problem here. The church is the gospel station where people can be saved and baptized, born again. We don't say those words that much anymore, and that's why we're going out of business. We're slipping away. We're forgetting why we're really here. We're not here for these buildings and fanciness and glory and we are here so that somebody could gain an interest in the Savior's blood that was shed for them. Period. And I think we're in a day where God is closing churches that have forgotten that. I mean, shutting them down. And I think we're also in a day where church and ministry is not a profession. And this is rough as someone who spends his professional life in religion. But I'm starting to study what it's like to be a greeter at Walmart, because the day might come when God takes that from us. God might not want any more professional church people. But God wants people who have passion and power for the gospel, who have passion and power to transform the world and not get a jet and go from one place to the other just to give a speech for 45 minutes. God wants a church that gets his hands dirty and is tired and worn from feeding and clothing and being let down by people who don't always show up after all that we did. God wants a people that has a heart for the people. When we forget that, we just become another group of people. Let me move on. We can't forget who we are. Giving has been replaced with fundraising. And I want to just caution us to remember that giving is not optional. Now, I'm not just talking about money. I'm not asking you for any. I'm not. But communion, baptism, prayer, fasting, and giving are inseparable. They're all the same thing. We come to the table to experience Christ. We remember our baptism to experience our renewal in faith. We pray and we fast to stay spiritually connected. We give as evidence that God has blessed us so that we might bless others. That's it. It ain't that deep. It ain't that complex. Amen. It is what it is. The other day, I stopped at the stop sign, and there was a gentleman here with a sign that he wanted shelter for the night. And I wondered if I give him anything, what's he going to spend it on? But then I remembered that I had shelter in the night. And he made a request, and if I give it to him and he spends it on something else, you know what? I don't have nothing to do with that. The issue is not what he does. The issue is my opportunity to give. And I rolled the window down and I gave to him, and he said, "Thank you. $5 more and I can stay in a hotel." And he didn't ask me for $5. He said, "I'm on my way. Thank you. $5 more and I'm done." And it was so cold that night. Giving is also a reminder that every single thing we have comes strictly from the blessing house of God and nowhere else. It is all God. The car, the clothes, the jewelry around the houses we live in, whether it's shabby or whether it's glorious or glamorous, it is all God. Every good and perfect gift comes from God. It's not yours, it's His. It belongs to Him. And He wakes up every day trying to figure out how to bless us. Morning by morning, new mercies we see. The legs I walk on, they're God's. And let me use my legs to the glory of God. The mind with which I can think, it belongs to God. All of this is God's. It's not mine. And how dare I slip into the abyss of arrogance that would make me think that it's mine. And I will hold you hostage to something that is not even mine. God help us. What kind of church will have to beg its constituents for service, talents, and gifts? I want you to remember who you are. I also worry that some of us move through faith by holding God at arm's distance. We don't want God to get too close. And we find a church membership where they don't bother us. We can sit and chill. Because we don't need God up in our face like that. God, you stay over here. And as long as you stay over here, I can find comfort with my own flaws. But the closer you get, the more uncomfortable I become with who I am. And I don't want to be uncomfortable. I like gambling. And I like saying a word every now and then that doesn't really match the faith. And I like doing my thing. I like living in my stuff. And it's hard for God to be in your face and you're really comfortable with everything about yourself. God, you stay over here. And as long as God is at our arm's distance, I promise you, my friends, we will never realize the fullness of the kingdom of God. Don't be afraid of becoming a total God person. You don't have to look like your grandmother did. You don't have to look like the women in the front row in the 1930s church. You don't have to walk around every day with this tucked under your arm. I would rather it be in your heart. You don't have to become a religious fanatic, but I want you to be a God fanatic. I want you to live celebrating God every single day. Morning by morning, new mercies He brings. So when I get up in the morning, the first thing I want to do is say, thank you, God, for seeing me through the night. And when I stand up on my feet, I want to say, thank you, God, for a reasonable portion of health and strength. Thank you, God, for this bowl of fruit loops on the table. Thank you, God, for a job to go to. Thank you, God, for a house. I know I need a roof, but I thank you for the house that I have. Thank you for my family. church, not little cute Christian puppets. Couple more things. We must never let our traditional engagement, keep us from the radical lifestyle of being a Christian. At work, in the neighborhood, friends, we all have to get away from the tendency to want to blend in.
Amen.
To be a Christian is to stick out. It's to be different.
Hallelujah.
It's to me amazingly, marvelously countercultural.
Yes.
When you're invited to hate and you love him,
Yes.
yeah. When you're invited to lose your mind, you keep it yours.
Yes.
When everybody else is flipping out, you've got peace.
Yes.
You know why? Because you know who the author of peace is. You just talked to him 10 minutes ago. And I think sometimes we have begun to worship our tradition and leave God aside. And I want to let you know that tradition gives witness to our faith, but it doesn't dominate. Last thing I want to suggest to you is church does a great job talking about grace and acceptance. But sometimes the truth is, the grace that God has given to us, we're stingy when it comes to giving it to others. And I don't mean whole. I want to remind you, this is a Christian problem.
Yes.
And I'm here to tell you, Christianity has problems. And its first problem is its lost credibility with the world that's been let down by us. We talk, but we don't show up. We say you're forgiven, and we talk about people behind their back. We say you're accepted, and then we keep people out. And I've come to remind you to remember who you are. You are a radical, uncompromised church of Jesus Christ. You are the continuation of the gospel. You are the ones that will get right back on that cross if you have to. Stretch out and die with him if you have to. You are the one who does not do this for lip service. You don't do it because you were raised to do it. You don't do it because you have nothing else to do on Sunday. You do it because God is deep inside your soul and in your heart, and you come just to worship him and show the world that this is the Lord of hosts. This is the King of kings. This is the rock in the weary land. This is the one who rules earth and heaven. That's who we are. We are the real kingdom of God, a royal priesthood. And in this day, priest was nothing royal about being a priest. The king was royal, and the priest was kind of homely. But Jesus calls us to a royal priesthood. We are called to a royal work. We are called to that which we do by transforming the world in the name of him who is the Christ. And I'm going to tell you, the more you think about your own place with God and how he saved you and how he blessed you and how he brought people to you when you needed the right kind of resource, the more you think about it, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be hard to be arrogant. It's going to be hard to look down your nose on other people. It's going to be hard to be exclusive. It's going to be hard to leave people out. It's going to be hard to reject people. It's going to be hard to roll your eyes at people because they're going up the rough side of the mountain. It's going to be hard because to be judgmental on people who are struggling and trying to figure out their life and trying to figure out their way forward. It's going to be hard because you know what God did for you. You might tell nobody else, a crowd. Because everybody wants to go where they're accepted. And when they're not beat up. And when they feel included. That's what the church is. And I want you, friends, and this is your shepherd talking, your pastor. I want you to never forget who you are. Never. You're not Robin Hood. You're not Superman. You're not the elitist community. You are Bible-believing, Spirit-led, fire, water baptized people who are convinced that your Redeemer lives. That's who you are. And all of that constitutes the church. Now God's going to send some people our way that will challenge us. And there might be folk already here, I don't know, that can challenge us. And there might be folk who have one foot out the door. And let me tell you, if your one foot is out the door, the problems you leaving here, congratulations because you're leaving them here. But I guarantee you that the very next stop, they will be here too. Because if you're somewhere and it's not grounded in your call, you're going to always be on a hamster wheel. But I would rather you say, I am a believer in God. I carry out my faith, what the people call hope. I sojourn with the people in a pastor that try to get it right every day. I go to an imperfect church. I go to a church that's been through some trials and tribulations. I go to a church that's been turned upside down. I go to a church that when they come on Sunday morning, the electricity blew out the heater. After they spent thousands of dollars fixing the thing. But I also go to a church that believes fervently that the God who called will be the God that sustains them. I also go to a church that believes we come this far by faith. I also go to a church that believes I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me. We also go to a church that I believe that God be with us, who then can be against us. I also go to a church where they stand firm on hope, that they believe in the evidence of things not seen. They walk into a system of faith. I go to a church where we ain't all right, we are not perfect, we don't get it right every day, but every single moment we strive and we push and we keep walking. We don't get knocked down, and if we do, we get back up and proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord, the ruler of all, the ancient of days, the hope in the time of hopelessness. That is the kind of church I go to. I'm just asking you to remember who you are. And let me tell you something. If we have 300 people in here, let me tell you what that means. We have 300 churches in here. Because wherever you go, you are the church. And when you help somebody out at the CVS, somebody's short on change and you give it to them, the church is doing that. That's not just you. You're doing that as a church. When you're tutoring the hard-headed kid across the street who will one day grow up to be a surgeon, and you are tutoring them, the church is doing that. Not just you. I am letting you know that you, my friends, are royal priesthood. You are once a people who had no hope, and now you're the people of God. So 2019 came, and they redid the Lion King. They redid it. And so I took my last two boys, and this time, the oldest went with us. My oldest son went with us, because for the two of us, it was like a reunion. You know, we are getting to see this thing together as we did when he was younger. And now we're carrying on this tradition of taking the last two boys to this movie. And I tell you, this one wasn't animated. It was a different thing altogether. But I tell you, I couldn't wait till we got to that place. I couldn't wait till we got to that place where Simba could remember who he was. Yeah. I couldn't wait till we got to that place where Rafiki slapped him upside the head and led him to remember who he was. I know who you are, Rafiki said. You're Mufasa's son. And they went there. And I promise you, y'all, you can't make this stuff up. I promise you. And I'm so proud of the progress that God has done in my oldest son. Because there are days I didn't think he'd be around. We got to that point in the film. And my oldest son, who's sitting between his two younger brothers, my oldest son, just before those words, remember who you are, my oldest son takes his elbows, nudges the kids, and says, watch this part. Watch this part. He took it from me. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to say. But I feel that only Kevin could say it to them. Watch this part. And so, the days to come, let's walk around this building, nudging each other, saying, watch this part. Watch God take our debt. We don't know how, we don't know when, but watch God lift it from our burdens. Watch that part. And watch that part when we get all of this HVAC issues cured and solved. Watch that part. But watch when little boys and girls and men and women come down the aisle and give their life to the Lord and their soul. Watch that part. Watch when folk will be healed from their infirmities and new life will be. Watch that part. But God is not through with us yet. He's just getting started. And thanks be to God, His truth is marching on. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. We'll watch that part. Remember who you are. Don't forget who you are. God is still relying on you to be the church. And everybody that believes, say, Amen. I dare you to watch it. I dare you to watch it.